Well, back again. I didn't make any videos for the last couple days because, well, I didn't feel like it. I mean, there's a whole lot of crazy stuff going on in this world, and I'm just going to hit the highlights today. And so, I should make a 5-minute or less video anyway, thanks to YouTube. So, let's go here. Alright, the first one. Reporter enters Mexico via fence opening to illustrate border collapse. Yep. We've all known that. We just don't have any desired reason to go there. 2. Military vet warns of coming red dawn. Hey, what do you know? It's getting out there more and more. What'd I say? We're going to get invaded. It's not an if, and, or but. They just don't know the extent of it. RT reveals U.S. plan for nuclear first strike attack on Russia and China. Well, there's a good reason to invade us, to stop that. Here's another thing that will stop that. If you focus your attacks only on the top dogs that are making these plots and plans, and I mean everybody from George Soros to the Bilderbergs to the bankers or whoever's making this mess up, and you focus your nuclear attacks on them, and you know the top people in Washington, from president, vice president, like Biner and Kerry, and you focus your nuclear attacks against them, and guess what they won't do? They won't attack, because you see, they don't want to die. They don't want to be blown to smithereens. So you focus on a decap strike, and like 80%. Once you take them down, and by the way, track them wherever they're going, hit them wherever they're at, and guess what will not happen? We won't make a first strike. And again, this is the same thing, Russia first strike. Democrat senator caught in plagiarism scandal. And he says, I didn't mean to. Okay. You know, all that is a civil matter anyway. And it's just a matter of, did he make money on it? And if he did, he owes whoever royalties. The only reason that, here's something I said, the only reason that the Fed coats want to attack Russia is because it breaks. That's all this is over. That's 100% all it's over. They don't like the fact that they're going to set up an alternative to the US dollar and the banking system that's been running everything recently. And Europe wants to get out of it because they know the dollar's going to collapse. And Germany, they're saying Germany's secretly planning. Well, when I read the article, I didn't see any evidence of it. They're just eyeballing it because they think it's going to happen. Well, do you blame them? You shouldn't. Trey Gowdy tears up Mr. Koskinen. Okay, that's because he broke the law. Interesting, Trey Gowdy is a former prosecutor, so I don't think Mr. Koskinen had a chance. New Benghazi evidence shows just how much info the Obama administration deliberately ignored. Sounds like the whole thing was planned. Oh wait, I believe that. Here's Michael Moore, lives in a 10,000 square foot home, and he's gonna bash the big dudes. I'm sorry, wait, what? Are you one of them? Now, thanks to America? Arrogant White House press secretary. Fundraisers, no problem for the president with his own airplane. He's got his own airplane? Huh. Why is he flying in that instead of Air Force One? Yeah, I know. He means the president is claiming Air Force One is his. Well, it ain't. Here's another guy, Rick Perry. He's a globalist. He's just being sneaky about it. Ain't he a billionaire? I don't know. Don't like him. Too busy trying to jump that fence. The problem is he's not jumping, he's straddling it. That's got a sting. And here's one. This comes from, got it through my son. This makes a good point. Many we love have passed away too soon. Well, except that, I disagree. God's in control. Nobody dies before their time. It's just that we depended on them, liked them. They were our friends or relatives or whatever. And we miss them. You know, we liked them around. Felt stronger with them. But I'm going to say this. It's a final statement before I shut this off. Many we love have passed away too soon. We have to learn to replace that hole where that person existed with God, and through God we will be stronger ever than we were with that person alive. And the more we rely on God, the stronger we are as a person. The easier it is for us to be gracious and good to other people and righteous. And trust me, it's not about whether you're good to yourself that counts. It's whether you would sacrifice what you would do for yourself to be good to somebody else. And that is what God is all about. You know, God reigns on the good and the evil. You know, it's a quote from His Word. He sends good things to everybody because He loves them. Doesn't mean in the end He's going to judge them, but funny thing about it is, in the end, I think it's more about us judging ourselves. The more time we spend judging ourselves today, the less we'll be judged by God then. Because in the end, on Judgment Day, we're going to be standing in front of a perfect God, knowing full well that we're not perfect. And unless we have a leg up somehow, and the only leg up I know of is through Jesus Christ. He's the only leg up. In fact, He says He's the only leg up. He's the only thing that's going to get us into heaven. Because all the goodness that we are will never get us into heaven. No matter how perfect we are. I heard a preacher give a sermon on this once, and I laughed because I realized he was exactly right. The Bible says the best that we are is as filthy rags before God. I want you to understand the term filthy rags used in that verse meant the rags of a woman's period. It's a disgusting thought, isn't it? It's the best we are. If God didn't plainly forgive us through Jesus Christ, there is nobody that would ever get into heaven, ever. Well, that's enough for today. Click.